Okay. Console fanboys are cringe.
The sands of time have run out.
I can safely say without question this is by far the worst PlayStation console to date.
The cries of war echo upon the winds.
The biggest fucking man-children out there. I'm surprised they can even wipe their own fucking asses. Are these fucking Xbox fanboys?
The remnants of the past scar the land.
PlayStation fanboys could literally defend pedophilia at this point, and it wouldn't even surprise me.
What? What did he just say?
Which is besieged once again by conflict.
Like fools, we clung to the old hatreds.
I mean, to be fair, I used to be a part of this. Okay? Back in the day when I was but a wee lad, I was a fan. Well, I wasn't really a fan of one or the other because I had both. I was like lucky enough to have both. And then my buddies, they had like one or the other and a GameCube. So whenever we would want to go play Smash or something, then we would just go to my buddy's house because he had a GameCube.
And fought as we had for generations.
Oh, I'm tired.
Until the day the sky rained fire.
Bro, I'll tell you what this is like. This is the Xbox fanboy, PlayStation fanboy, and you know, there's probably like another party over here where it's like a Nintendo fanboy. The console fanboy isms is much the same thing as what I think how diehard sports fans are of certain sports teams. Like take football specifically. Like people will go out of their way, people that like really love football will go out of their way to say, "Oh, I'm part of this team. I'm part of that team. We got to lock it down this year. We had to bring it this year." And they're over here playing fantasy football and their entire roster is like their favorite team and all their favorite players or whatever. And this exclusivity of Xbox fanboy, PlayStation fanboy, this isn't exclusive to console video games only. This is throughout all walks of life, okay? People are just as crazy that don't play video games.
Fire, and the new enemy came among us.
A new challenger appears. Oh. The Act Maestro. Oh, there it is, dude.
We stand now upon the brink of destruction, for the reign of chaos has come at last.
For the intro. Oh yeah. What are these tears? I think these are supposed to be tears. But did he just go into MS Paint and try to do like a little highlight? This is so good. Look, he's even got this shirt. I didn't even see this actually. Oh wait, I'm in the way. Oh my god. You see the Xbox shirt, the Xbox hat, and he owns all of this. I doubt. I wonder if he bought these shirts and this hat and these hats specifically for the video, or he just had these lying around. You know, like there's that one. Oh my god. Okay.
Since the dawn of time, men and women have created social circles.
True.
We banded together against the elements and that bitch Mother Nature with the common goal of survival. But due to the unfortunate creation of the internet, the worst kinds of people can form their own groups without physically being present.
Yeah.
I'm talking, of course, about console fanboys.
Xbox fanboys, it's time to fucking accept.
Bro, this dude is like in his late 20s. He just shaved. And he is still fanboying out for one side or the other.
It once and for all. It's long overdue for you to accept that Xbox fucking blows. God, it fucking blows.
Some call them ponies or Xbots, but
The Sony ponies and the Xbox robots.
that is cringe and totally not based. You know who I'm talking about, people that base their entire persona on loving this one thing.
Bro, this is actually, like, the first time I heard Sony Pony was actually only a couple months ago. I had no idea that this phrase, or the Xbox robot, spanned further back than just a month or two ago for me. I had no idea that this took place way longer ago.
And hating everything else. There's nothing wrong with liking something and being a fanboy, but it's the toxic fanboys you gotta look out for.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, A.
The radical ones. The ones that are way on the opposite sides of the spectrum. All right, so I think it's a way better healthy mindset to just chill and fence it in the middle, because you can enjoy both of them.
Angel. Now, the Angel had a PS5 controller in their hand, so I knew it was an Angel, because demons have Xbox controllers when they visit you.
Well, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
The day the Xbox console dies, I'm going to be chanting in these Twitter streets and dancing on bot tears. It hurts to read, doesn't it? You know, some folk would have you believe that there's only one piece of gamer plastic that is truly worth your time, and all other pieces of gamer plastic are inferior. That person is me, and this is the best gamer plastic there is.
True. Bro, what happens when like all these like fanboys just rip apart their console only to look inside and just see just a regular ass motherboard with nothing special about it? Then what happens? You know, this is just a frame. All right, this is nothing specifically special.
There are fans and fanboys to everything, okay? To everything. Everybody needs something to grasp onto, even though it can be complete fucking dog shit. I mean, there are probably fans out there of dog shit, literal dog shit.
You know, whether it's bragging about which one has the best graphics, games, the controller, specs, these people will scrap and fight over the stupidest details to appear superior. Peach Fuzz rendering is extremely hard and demanding for computers to render. From mere observation, I can confirm that Senua from Hellblade 2's latest gameplay lacks this feature, making her model look much, much worse than Aloy on PS5.
What?
Okay, you see what I'm saying, right? Important video game discussions.
Yeah.
Fucking Peach Fuzz rendering.
Yeah. I mean, who cares if Activision's laying off thousands of people from their little game company? But the Peach Fuzz rendering, that is a numero uno issue that we as gamers need to take care of.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
Motherfuckers out here.
But to be fair to both parties, I mean, I am a grown adult, or at least I try to be sometimes, and I mean, I am probably more a fan of computers now, and if you want to lump in PCs alongside with consoles, because you know, it's not like consoles are getting any worse, they're only getting better and better. You know, consoles are just PCs that are just pre-built, and they're it's just plug and play with a console, but you know, as the years go on, they get better and better. It's just a PC. That's all it really is, with set specs. You know, a computer you can take apart, you can upgrade. A new little piece comes out, you can stick it in there or whatever, and yeah. I mean, so I would say I am also a fanboy over PCs, but I don't think I'm like really, I don't really give a shit that much to put my thoughts out there in the universe and let everybody know, ooh, PC master race. It's like it's a known thing and you just assume it's always true. But I don't feel the need to go out on a parade and be like, oh, consoles suck, PC so much better, blah blah blah. It's just like, just give it a chill pill, man.
Talking about the Peach Fuzz rendering, dude. Super Mario Odyssey is great and all, but my god, does Mario and Peach look disgusting without the Peach Fuzz rendering. Damn, dude, how's my Peach Fuzz rendering?
Looking good, man.
See? Fuck, dude, my
Sharp.
model looks so worse than Aloy's.
Looking sharp.
Like I'm a fanboy for
Banjo and Kazooie.
Bro, I could barely even tell what the hell is going on in this shirt until I saw like right here.
Do I feel the need to sprint to my Twitter and talk shit about every other 3D platformer ever made?
No.
No. Because though small it may be, there still exists some shred of dignity and self-respect within me. It's okay to play only one console. It's okay to play them all.
Yeah, most of the time, if people only have enough money for one or the other, they're going to pick the one that their friends are playing. All right. It's not even about, you think kids are out here researching the best console with the best specs and the best game library and the best screen resolution, how fast one or the other is? Oh, this one's got a terabyte hard drive, this one's got a 2 terabyte hard drive, or whatever the fuck. Okay, this is not how kids operate. Kids operate on, what are my friends playing? That's literally it. That's all it is. That's how I operated. What did my friends mostly play on? This one or that one? Okay, tonight I'm gonna play on this one. Or, I mean, I was lucky enough to have a PlayStation 3 and a Xbox 360, so it was like, whatever they're playing for tonight. Okay, I'll play on this one with you guys. I'll play on that one with you guys. That's all it was.
It's alright if you like one console and don't like the others. But where's this coming from, Actman? Why have you chosen violence today? Well, if you follow me on Twitter, perhaps you've seen some of my tweets lampooning some of the PlayStation fanboys that gush over The Last of Us 2 like a simp out of water. You might remember that guy that tried to compare Metroid Dread and God of War?
What?
And got fucking ratioed straight into Valhalla? Like, good God, he had to delete it. It was so funny. Oh, it was this guy, by the way. Even one of the developers for the new God of War replied with Heart Metroid Dread, and it just... So I'd see this kind of crap on my Twitter feed and make fun of it like anybody would, but this would cause the Goon Squad to show up.
Yeah.
In the replies, quote retweets, and they just poke the hornet's nest a little too much.
I'm coming for you.
I agree with you, but TLOU2, what is this? The link, is this a Nintendo game? Has something that does not
You poked it a little too much, okay? Obviously, this doesn't represent the communities as a whole. You know, this is more of the like extreme stupid side of things.
Yeah.
Or like the shit posters and trolls. My goal is not to add fuel to the console war fire. I'm not here
because that would be too easy.
Discuss how the lack of Peach Fuzz on Master Chief's helmet makes Infinite literally unplayable.
No, that's not why Infinite's unplayable.
Because who honestly gives a shit? Now, in my personal experience, if you go on Twitter and look at the topics of like PlayStation and Xbox, you'll kind of notice this trend of tweets with PlayStation in it are constantly trying to dunk on Nintendo and Microsoft. At least on Twitter, it seems like the Sony cultists are the worst of the bunch.
Really?
Because Nintendo will just keep excusing whatever horrible anti-consumer bull.
Okay, Nintendo music YouTuber who received 4,000 copyright strikes holy shit, is closing their channel. Wow. I've decided that at this point, it's not really worth it to keep the channel up any longer. God dang. Bro, if you're, well, this is kind of a known thing on YouTube, that if you play or upload any sort of like Nintendo shit, they will most likely copyright strike it. I'm not sure if it's any different now, but I do know it was like that back in the day. So I don't know. I just don't own a Switch or any Nintendo things right now, and I haven't really put up anything Nintendo related, so I wouldn't know specifically.
Bullshit they do, and pretend like Nintendo is perfect. And Xbox fanboys will keep jerking themselves off thinking about the glory days of Xbox Live and lament the fact that they can't use racial slurs without repercussions. Obviously, these are hyperbolic examples, right? But what about the PC community? That's kind of a console, a platform, isn't it? Well,
here's the thing. The whole trying to moderate the communication aspect of your game on PC, if it is a multiplayer game, is really game dependent. It really depends on what game you play that's going to dictate your level of enjoyment with the community. Now, if you take this small little known game as League of Legends, okay, this game could be easily misconstrued as one of the most toxic communities in gaming to date, okay? And this is a PC game, okay? They are shit-talking each other in bronze, for Christ's sake, okay? No one is safe in League of Legends. PC is not the saint gaming system that everybody pretends it is. You know, it's like I said, it's going to depend on the community. It's going to depend on the game.
Why would I make fun of them? Their platform is superior, but they don't have any friends. It's just the nature of things, you know?
Yeah.
Now, I feel like the PC master race has really chilled out and gotten far less douchey and in your face about like graphics and blast processing, probably because they're all too busy trying to find a fucking graphics card that's not
Well, you still can't buy a graphics card according to supply chain experts. Oh my god, that's so true though. It, like, in general, if you're trying to own a PC and you're trying to be a little bit money conscious, then you have to create your own PC. You have to build it yourself. Okay? And with that takes a little bit of a learning curve that, unless you grow up in a household that have parents that kind of are tech savvy, you don't really get that as a little kid. You don't really learn that. Maybe there's a couple outliers, but hell, when I was like 11, 12, 13, and like 18, 19, I didn't really know how to build a computer, okay? I remember this one time whenever I got a computer, it was a hand-me-down. I forgot exactly where I got it, but I got it, and it was this old-ass thing that had a floppy drive. It had a disk opener and closer thing, and it was like a big, chunky... I mean, they're all essentially just big, tall rectangle boxes, but this one had like some curves on it or whatever. It had a gigantic power button that was like on the front. You know, you hit it, and it's like... Bleh? And it was okay enough to play World of Warcraft on it. But I think I owned that one for about a year. And then I had the great idea to bring it to a computer repair shop or whatever. And I tried to ask the guy, hey, as a little kid, hey, can you make this a gaming computer? And this is like a grown-ass 40, 50-year-old dude looking at me. I'm in this place with my mom, and he's like, okay, maybe we'll see. We'll see what we can do for you. And he hooked it up to his little monitor, and he tried to figure out, what kind of parts or how fast it was and all this stuff. And just judging off of how long it took to boot up and turn on, And then he opened up the side and looked inside. He's like, son, I'm sorry to say, but I cannot make this a gaming computer for you. And as a little kid, I was so devastated that this piece of shit computer couldn't become a gaming computer. But all of that just to say that if you really, like, it's 2023. There's a lot of great pre-built computers. Pre-built computers have come a long way. There's a lot of reputable, good websites that you can just buy a computer. And of course, if you're going to buy a pre-built computer, it's going to be a little more, well, not a little, it's going to be about $500 to $1,000 more expensive than if you just buy the parts off of whatever website, have them mailed to your house and build it yourself, okay? Because there's the labor aspect that you as a person don't want to deal with. You just want to have the thing be built and just ship it to your house, all right? Pre-built computers are freaking awesome nowadays. They're really powerful. And they almost fall in line in the same vein as a console, where it's just plug and play, kind of. There's a little bit of extra stuff. You know, a console is just, you know, you plug it, you turn it on, you probably have to do some updates or whatever, and then, okay, you're good to go. With the computer, it's, you know, it's kind of the same thing.
Not $3,000. It's like they finally realized people can enjoy gaming in different ways, and that not everyone is willing to drop $2,000 on a computer that will, for some reason, still not run games properly. All this toxicity is really just a byproduct of the outdated console war phenomenon. But back in the day, it felt more like, okay, I'm a fanboy for the original Xbox.
Yeah,
and the PlayStation.
I got my fucking green ass Halo Xbox right down there. If you can kind of see it, it's there. Just trust me.
PlayStation 2 may be the best selling console in the world, but you know what's nice? Playing Battlefront 2 with 3 of your homies.
Yeah.
You can't do that on PS2. You know, it's like, okay. I'll give you Shadow of the Colossus. I'll give you that one.
Yep.
But,
oh shit.
Look at that.
Oh shit, that's hot.
You know, so that's kind of what it felt like back in the day. It's like, okay, PlayStation, I'll give you this W, but I'm taking this one.
Oh, yeah.
And nowadays, it just seems like both sides are kind of like, nothing is good on PlayStation. There's nothing good about PlayStation 5, bro. Xbox has always been shit. Phil Spencer killed my father. I have all the W's. You have all the L's. Like, I'm not gonna...
Oh my god, this is so funny. As if that one side would pretend to know what the other side had, because they had the other console, is hilarious to me. It's like, how are you gonna judge something when you don't even have it? Oh my god.
I'm gonna lie and say I don't think the PlayStation 5 controller is cool, because I'm a fan of games.
Yeah.
And video games.
Yeah.
More than I am a single platform.
Yeah.
You know, competition is great, especially when it's healthy and encourages both companies to do better. A lot of it was fueled by the corporations back.
Yeah, imagine playing video games and there weren't multiple companies all vying for you to buy their stuff. Imagine if it was just one big gigantic monopoly. It was just the Super Console Corporation, and we have a monopoly on consoles, on controllers, on all console video gaming needs. You know, there's no Xbox, there's no PlayStation, there's no Nintendo. Hell, there's no Steam Deck. Ooh. Imagine for just a second how hard you would get fucked in the ass if there was just one company. All right, you do not want that reality.
Back in the day, you know, Genesis does what Nintendo don't. But now it's like totally flipped. Like, the fans are the ones talking shit, and the companies are the ones like shaking hands publicly. You know what I mean? Halo Infinite is dead. Forza is dead. Gears of War is dead. Game Pass is dying. Everything's dead or dying. Xbox Live is a terrorist organization. Xbox didn't just die, it was murdered. You know that Peach Fuzz rendering thing is actually like an interesting detail? Like that's a next level step of immersion and graphical fidelity.
Yeah.
But why can't Sony fanboys just find something they like and say, this is cool, this is neat, without being like, this is cool, this is neat, and oh, by the way, every other game literally ever made sucks dick. They have to...
Well, it's not enough. I think this was a quote somewhere. From some, like, old dude back in the day. Or something. But it's not enough for me to defeat my enemies. I must obliterate them. And that seems to be the case with each radical side of the console wars, alright? You can't just go along and enjoy something. You have to go along and enjoy something and tell everybody in the world your 2 cents about why everything else that isn't this thing is just complete shit. That's the logic that they use.
Compliment something and then insult something else. But it's the same, it's like a sports mentality.
Yes.
Oh, fanboys.
Yes, I'm happy he made that little comparison. We're on the fucking same wavelength, Ackman. Oh my god. It's not just, these are like, the console fanboys, what's like an age range? I would probably say like a teenager to about, I don't know, 25-ish or whatever. And then there's like a whole other separate demographic of like 25 to like 50 or 60 or something, somewhere in there. I would say there's more console fanboys. Like the older you get, I think you either give less of a shit the older you get, and the younger you are, the more you are prone to falling in line with all of that radical jargon, with the toxic back and forth of online stuff.
You make my life so simple. You really do. When I think about content that I want to put out on the channel, you make my day so simple on.
But whenever I use that, if I ever say that, I just look at sports fans and I look in the stands in the arenas of sports. All right, there's not a lot of kids in there. Yeah, there's probably some if you like look in there, but my God, for the most part, these are all well-adjusted adults that buy tickets to this place for their team and are raving lunatics of their favorite sports teams. Okay? There was one time I actually went to a real soccer game, and it was like some purple team or like in Florida or whatever. And it was an experience, okay? The one time I went to a real soccer game, so I didn't realize that if you're, so you look in the arena, okay, and all the seats are filled, okay, the whole thing, it's like a diagonal, and like there's seats, and I look around and you can easily pick out in the arena who are the home team fans and who are the away team fans, because the away team has, like, it's a big circle or oval arena. There's a slice of red in the arena that you can see, and it's like, oh, that's the away team fans. Okay. Everywhere else, everyone's all purpled out of their mind. Okay. And whenever you sit behind the goalie for I guess soccer, you have the most radical sports fans sitting behind the goalie. All right. However, I forgot however long a soccer game lasts. I think it's like, what, 90 minutes or 2 45-minute halves or something like that. I don't remember. There are people waving flags, like gigantic, sizable flags, the entire time. Okay? My buddy took me, and I'm riding with another, like, I'm riding with 2 buddies, and what was it? They handed me like as we're driving down there, one of them handed me a laminated piece of paper that had lyrics to a bunch of song/chants that they wanted me to kind of memorize, but I just chose not to because I was like, when I went, I think I was like 27 or 28 ish. I'm a fucking 27, 28-year-old. All right, I'm not fucking memorizing some stupid songs to like an hour to like some arena for some stupid chants. All right, fuck that shit. Okay. So I'm just like, okay, fuck this. And they're like, oh man, you better learn them. We're not gonna be responsible for what happens. I'm like, nah, this is fucking stupid, dude. So, okay, so we're driving down there. We get down there, and obviously, well, not obviously. So we get to the parking lot of the arena, and we're far from the arena, okay? And what happened? We get out. There is like a fan meetup of all the fans pre-gaming before the game even starts. Somebody, I forgot who, whipped out like a big old box of Fireball before the game started. And they're doing this like powwow thing of like hyping the fans up. Like, I forgot what the fuck they're saying. Some dude had a megaphone. Everyone's like all painted purple. They got their purple shirts, their necklaces, their the hats. They got their flags waving and shit. Pre-gaming in the parking lot. Okay. And then he says like a speech. This was very much like it felt like a church. All right. And so like my buddy explained it to me as we're like walking around. He's like, yeah, there's a Facebook group and they're all like really in touch with each other. And it's like, there's a VIP section and you have to show them a card or some shit. So I was like, okay, I'm not part of that. It's fucking stupid. So the dude gets up on like a box or something and starts hyping the crowd up or whatever. And then all of a sudden he gets to like the climax of his speech. And then everyone's just breaking open the Fireball and just starts like chugging massive chugs of it. It was crazy. And then there was like somebody had a boombox or something. They were blasting some sort of music. And then everyone's hyping up. And then we start the march / parade to the arena just to go inside and get seated. Okay. During this little parade, people brought people brought little smoke bombs or like little, colorful smoky things or whatever that you like light it and then it just sprays purple smoke everywhere. And bro, by the time I got to the inside of the arena, I was picking purple boogers out of my nose. Okay. There was so much smoke. I was fucking fuming at this point. I did not sign up for this. But God forbid you stray. Oh my God, this other part. Oh, Jesus. Bro, I was a filthy casual, okay? What ended up happening also in the beginning, before the parade part, a member of the away team parked in the purple parking lot, but it wasn't like a designated purple side parking lot. It was just a bunch of cars or whatever. All right. This couple, like a dude and a chick, they park on one side, like on one side of the parking lot, and they got their away team jerseys on. They're like the red team, and they're not instigating anything. Okay. Dude is just holding his chick's hand or whatever. They are just trying to walk through their one side or whatever. I mean, they weren't doing anything. All of a sudden, this guy with some purple shirt or whatever comes up behind him, takes his shoulder, and just punches him and lays him out on the ground. I was like, what the fuck? And then some other people were trying to hold the dude back, and some other people were trying to like get the dude up, trying to get him to stand up and like get him away. And this dude that punched him just he's like, he's trying to punch him again. Okay. I was like, what the shit? This is stupid. Oh my God. Bro, someone was just walking through a parking lot with an away shirt and they got knocked the fuck out. Okay. So anyway, we're now in the arena. All right. The game started. Great. You know, we got our beers, our food, and when you're behind the goalie, there are no seats. You are literally just standing with a little rail in front of you, okay? And I'm just sitting there watching the game, and then there are these hype people, like hype guys, that every, like, I don't know, 50 feet or 100 feet, they got their little megaphones, and they're like doing like, okay guys, we're gonna do this song, and everybody does the song, and then we're gonna do this song, and everyone starts singing the song, and I'm like, okay. And my buddy's like trying to tap me, oh man, just move your mouth or whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then after a while, I got tired of doing that dumb shit, and they just keep on going, okay? So one of the hype, like, so my eyes are on the game or on like the screen, like trying to watch the game, and some other dude is trying to get my attention. This is a fucking stranger, okay? He's like trying to wave at me, or he waves at my buddy, and then my buddy taps me on the shoulder, and he's like, hey, look at that guy, he wants to talk to you. And I can't hear what he's saying, but I for sure could read his lips, and he's like, you need to sing. And I'm just like, the fuck I am, bitch. All right. You're not gonna fucking tell me what to do, you fuck. Oh my god. And he just ignored me after that, okay? He literally just ignored me and just kept doing his thing. So I'm like, great, awesome. I need another beer. Okay, and then, yeah, you know, the game kept going on, and once the game was over, we just got the fuck out of there. Like normal people. So all of that just to say that it's not just kids that can be ravingly fucking stupid. It's also adults that can also be unbelievably stupid with this my side, your side shit.
What to do. Because actual grown men fighting on Twitter about plastic boxes that play video games under their TVs.
It's not just boxes, it's also about rubber balls going into string nets.
Makes for the best kind of content.
Yes.
Your team has to suffer.
Unless it's actually happening to you, in which case it's scary.
For me to feel good, I need to watch things die from a distance.
You are a factory of sadness!
Merry Christmas, but also a moment of silence for all those who wished for a PS5 but woke to an Xbox Series S this morning. Homie, you literally up at 8 a.m. on Christmas continuing the console wars.
Yeah.
Give it a rest for one day. Merry Christmas, but also fuck Xbox. Next is Starfield to be pushed back to 2023. Mark my words, y'all hardcore Xbox fans busy gobbling up the scraps on Game Pass. Demand better. Trust me.
Bro, honestly, isn't Game Pass popping off right now? There's so many people buying the Game Pass on their Xbox console, and that shit is just popping off. People are loving it right now.
Xbox influencers are slowly killing it with fake hype. Meanwhile, PS5 is gonna have one of the best years in gaming. But also, like, shouldn't you look forward to new games? Like, I'm looking forward to Horizon Forbidden West. Why would I celebrate the fact that it was delayed or something? Oh, well, if I was like a dickhead, I gotta...
Well, in general, whenever a big AAA game gets delayed, it usually comes out better than if it were to get released on that day. You know, in general, I would probably say if you're a studio and you're trying to figure out whether or not you should delay your game, just delay it. Literally just delay it, because gamers are going to remember the day one experience / the first impression of that game the most. Okay? That's how they operate. If the game was great on day one, the game is great forever. If the game was shit on day one, it doesn't matter how many patches, how many months, years, whatever later, the game is still shit even then, okay? That's how gamers operate.
Give Xbox its props. They finally on par with the PS3 era. This is Xbox. Yeah, this is, I think this guy is like an actually funny troll. So I'll give it to him. PlayStation 5 and PC releases, no Xbox? I don't like Squeenix, but it's good to know Xbox does
get that PC release in there.
doesn't have support. Dude, it is seriously a rabbit hole, and I have gone down it. You find one account, you'll look at their Twitter feed, and you find 10 more.
Why would you subject
Now
yourself
I
to
realize
that?
some of these people that I am making fun of will celebrate this video as an affirmation of their victory. Yes, I triggered the Act Man.
I'm gonna say it. No, please. I'm gonna say it. Please, anything but that. The Last of Us 2. He's dead. He's dead. Act-Man died. I said the magic words.
We are gathered here to mourn the death of the acting male. The Last of Us 2's greatness was just too much for him. This is like the fantasy that plays through their heads when they think they're triggering me. But I imagine a lot of these Twitter accounts exist the same way Kotaku does, as a continuous self-deprecating joke whose only relevance is found by pissing people off with the most batshit takes you could.
Okay, Dev says Halo is for everyone. Following harassment video, but that's never been true. What?
Possibly imagine. What's worse is the ones that try to pretend like they're serious, while others try to say they're making genuine criticisms and demanding better. No, you're not. And some try to disguise it as lay epic troll moment. Haha, I have trolled you so good. So when I call them out, they're going to pretend like I'm playing into their game because they have no other way to recover. Haha, I've upset the Act Man and now I'm getting more interactions. Listen, buddy, you're not benefiting off of my attention.
Oh, yeah.
I'm benefiting because you got my attention. I don't normally brag about clout because I try not to be a douchebag, but it's kind of the only way to put these people in their place. So let's make one thing clear. I am the one getting the clout, and I'm kind enough to let you leech off of it.
I'm better at life than
Thanks, Hackman. You the best.
you.
Okay.
So let's,
all right, that's fair.
I'm going to crush you on here in front of everybody because I'm tired of hearing about it.
I feel really bad for Xbox. PlayStation set the bar too high. It's unreachable. And it's like, here's 4 screenshots of 4 different games. Like, wow, profound statement. Yeah, dude, some of these guys, like, they keep jumping into the lion's den and posting their shit takes on Twitter, and they get ratioed, and they just come straight back, like getting ratioed by Xbox Game Pass Twitter. You gotta respect the hustle to provide us with all this entertainment. Yeah, they had some kind of meltdown because Xbox partnered with like a nail polish company to sell DLC for Halo Infinite.
And many of these Xbots, and I can't blame Xbox.
Oh, they're the Xbox. I was saying Xbox bots. Xbots. Oh, the Sony ponies and the Xbots. Got it.
Users, right? They have an IQ below room temperature because, you know, they're too busy going to gay parades and, you know, painting their fingernails with Master Chief nail polish.
Nigga, what's wrong with you? You a grown ass man. I know your mother raised you better than that, dog.
Is that really something to complain about? I mean, companies are doing the weirdest things to promote their games and tie in. Like, but like I said, dude, they'll take anything. Phil Spencer will sneeze on camera and they'll write a 15-minute dissertation on like, what does this mean for the future of Xbox? Is Xbox doomed? Does Phil Spencer have AIDS? Yellow flag for this garbage of the year. PC players have more taste in gaming after try some PS exclusives. I have more taste in gaming. My taste buds have more. Deathloop was downloaded more in 2021 than Returnal. Both games are not available on Xbox. Look at me. I don't like Xbox. Aren't I cool? I feel like this tweet will get a lot of flack, but I'm actually more hyped for Uncharted 4 Remastered than anything from Xbox. Just say you're hyped for Uncharted 4, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're wondering why I'm blacking out some of the names.
Oh yeah, because if you were to leave the names in, they would just have to be reminded of their dog shit takes that hopefully they got past, you know. I don't want to, you know, send a hate parade to anybody or whatever, but god dang.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let them chase any clout from this one. Uncharted 4, one of the best games ever made in my opinion. It's still
But you left the picture up. Well, you can't search for pictures on Twitter.
As every other third-person action adventure when it comes to core gameplay mechanics and graphical animations fidelity. Are you saying it's better than The Last of Us 2? No, I don't believe that. Xbox fans, please don't compare Horizon to Halo Infinite. We know Horizon has better graphics, not just the graphics. Halo Infinite literally has 0 animations.
Bro, what?
At least The Last of Us has something Infinite doesn't.
Female. Bro, these guys are hilarious.
Females. Alright, so let's break this down. Halo Infinite literally has no females, no animations, no graphics.
Yep.
And no gameplay. It's not a video game.
It's not.
Literally not a video game.
Nope.
Things have been...
I mean, what's actually funny now is that is... it's halfway true because nobody's really playing Halo Infinite nowadays. Yeah, there's a couple people playing it, like a couple thousand, but that's about it. So he's not entirely wrong.
Rough for Xbox this month. I've barely played any games on it, and I'm still #1 on the leaderboard. With all the delays and pushbacks, can we all agree that Xbox still has no games? It has no games, but you're clearly playing a decent chunk of them.
Yeah.
Like, you have 1900 gamer score in 1 month. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Bro, I don't know what modern day gamer score and trophy hunting is like anymore on the console, because on the 360 you had, like, you bought a game and you could get there was a total of usually 1,000 achievement points. You know, it would, like, for what was it, Skyrim? For Skyrim there would be, okay, complete the what do you call it, the Mages Guild quest line. Oh, there's 25 points. Complete the Fighters Guild quest line. Oh, there's another 25 points. Defeat the last boss of the game. Ooh, a big fat 100 points or something like that. That's what I know. So I don't know what the heck that means. Of, like, what did that dude have? Like 1900 gamer score or some shit? I have no idea what that means.
Actually, why am I seeing Xbox incels making fun of Jim Ryan's "We Believe in Generation" statement?
What? Xbox
you literally
incels.
have people, like, taking pictures of shopping malls.
Oh. Oof. Oh, this is so funny. What does this mean? The Xbox section was removed, replaced with USB cables. Bro, that's only because the Xbox is probably, like, on, like, the other side or some shit, okay? Whoop-de fucking do. What is this, Walmart or something? It's fucking Walmart. They probably just moved the section somewhere else, right next to PlayStation. All right? And if anything you want to get pissed about, try enhancing some of these pictures and find the strike pack that's sitting here, all right? There is probably, most likely, a strike pack within one of these pictures, all right? How about that?
Being like, the Xbox section was removed and replaced with...
Ooh, we gotta zoom in. Ooh, let me see. Is there actually a strike pack? Oh wait. Okay, these are just HDMI cables, like blah, 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 blah. Games. Oh wait, this is, what is this, China or some shit? Okay. Okay, probably. I'm still saying on the other side of this shelf, they're selling fucking strike packs. All right, fuck you.
USB cables. Oh my god. Yeah, it looks like they kind of completely renovated that whole store too. They changed the flooring and put up more signs. Like, what's your point?
Like a normal store. Whoa.
Xbox users complain about not getting Japanese games but won't play Octopath Traveler. Is it because Xbox users can't comprehend stories that don't involve nuclear fallout and space exploration? The only words I understood in this were nuclear fallout and space exploration. I guess that's just the brain trauma from my tiny pea-sized Xbox brain. one of the funnier habits the Sony fanboys have is comparing any PlayStation game to literally anything else.
Yeah.
Cross-gen Horizon Crabs versus next-gen Hellblade. We can clearly see that Guerrilla is a top-tier studio and Ninja Theory are mid-untalented with no ability to manage resources to produce a next-gen game.
Yeah, so they're literally just cherry-picking the best and worst for their argument. The best of this side versus the worst of that side. Ooh. What a great way to formulate a statement and create a nice little claim.
Here comparing crabs. We're talking about crab graphics now.
Crab graphics.
Rendering and crab graphics. The two most critical components to making a good, successful video game. Motherfucking crab graphics, dude.
Bro, this is the peak of crab graphics. Yes. Yes.
You know, guys, I was playing Battle for Bikini Bottom, and I'm just gonna say it, the crab graphics were just not on point. I literally had to stop playing.
Unplayable.
But that's the thing. They'll compare a PlayStation title to anything. Real-time strategy games, puzzle games, the steak you had last night. They'll compare Horizon Forbidden West to the sounds of the ocean. Last of Us 2 has way better gameplay than Doom Eternal, and it's not even close.
Oh my god. Dang, that's a bold statement right there. I've never even played Last of Us 2. I don't even know if this is good or not. I have played Doom Eternal, and I know that's a good game.
Oh, it's way better. Much more advanced.
Bro, who is this idiot with this like blue circle? It is so good that he deleted or like blacked out his name or whatever. Because, oh my god, this guy cannot stop collecting L's. This is his favorite pastime.
Animations, better shooting, way better AI, and just overall simulation fidelity.
Simulation fidelity. You couldn't even tell me what that is, dude. What?
And this is where we arrive at. They want every single game to be like The Last of Us 2. If it's not like this hyper-realistic, interactive movie walking simulator kind of game, then it's not a good video game, and it needs to be like that. Look, there's something to be said for...
What about the small gaming franchise known as Metal Gear Solid? Okay, what about that? Isn't that a pretty good game series? It's pretty cinematic and pretty good gameplay? Or are we still doing the PlayStation versus Xbox thing? I don't know.
Like that interactive movie-like quality and attention to detail that makes The Last of Us like so engaging and immersive. But fucking Doom doesn't need any of that shit. You know?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, imagine if Halo turned the vehicle flip and made that an animation that you had to go through. Can you imagine?
No, that'd be cancer, dude. Anytime you want to flip over a warthog or some shit or a ghost, you have to go into this like either tap or hold the thing and just like, no, dude. Just let me flip the damn thing. Just boop.
How tiring and annoying that would get to like watch, like go to a third-person view and watch your character like tap X, tap X, tap X, tap X, vehicle flipped. And then you have like 5 seconds before you get control. It would be infuriating. You can't...
Bro, literally no one would ever flip vehicles. Ever. Alright? Because if you're stuck in animation for that long, you're just asking to get headshot by a sniper. Or getting blown up by a grenade or some shit.
Just take like one game and like try to apply the same standards to everything else.
Yeah.
Why does Halo Infinite look like a low-budget game when in reality Microsoft spent $500 million for the game and it's 7 years in development? You see, and there's also people just like spouting lies. Like the $500 million budget thing, I think has been debunked, and 7 years, it was not in development for 7 years. Just so we're clear. And it's like, oh yes, I too can cherry pick screenshots to make something look good and make this thing that I don't like look bad. I too can edit. 8 years later, GTA 5 is 2021's most watched game on Twitch. Halo is not back. Like, why can't we all just complain that GTA 5 needs to die and should fuck off and fuck Rockstar? Why can't we have that conversation instead of like...
Oh, well, that's a more nuanced conversation that is beyond the thought process of this binary green guy, blue guy thing.
Like, oh, GTA 5 is still popular? Oh, Halo's dead. That means, God, they'll compare.
I mean, but to be fair, Act-Man, Halo Infinite is dead. Like, come on.
Halo Infinite to Far Cry 2. They'll compare it to Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. They'll compare Horizon Forbidden West to a trailer for Hellblade 2. They'll compare NPCs. I actually really like The Last of Us 2. I think it's a really good game, but most people who see this shit are instantly turned off because its obsessive fans feel the need to compare it to every game ever. Doom Eternal.
Bro, what? I actually really like Last of Us 2. I think it's a really good game, but most people who see this shit are instantly turned off to the game because its obsessive fans feel the need to compare it to every game ever. Doom Eternal and Last of Us are two very different games. Yeah, no shit. Why do this? This is the comment that makes sense, but this is the crazy comment. Last of Us 2 destroyed Doom Eternal in terms of ratings, recognition, and awards. I love Doom Eternal, but it's nowhere near a Naughty Dog game. Running emoji, running emoji, running emoji. Weapon models are better than Doom's. This guy, again, blue circle guy. This guy is literally a menace to society. He is so unhinged with his takes. Oh my goodness.
And The Last of Us 2 are very, very different games. Why do this? For attention, because Daddy didn't pay you enough of that. Like, they're comparing weapon models from the...
Well, here, Act-Man, you're assuming this person had a dad in the first place.
Last, like, Peach Fuzz rendering, weapon models, crab graphics. How much lower could we possibly go?
Oh, we can go lower.
Xbox fans get
how much? We got about 7 more minutes. We can go lower.
Get mad if you compare a video game to another video game. They say it's not fair because they are different genres, but they get happy if you compare video games to TV shows, Game Pass to Netflix. Why? It's the same reason people would get mad if I was genuinely serious about comparing Tetris to The Last of Us 2.
There's no Peach Fuzz, and the Tetris has no Peach Fuzz. Worst game ever. Tetris has dog shit crab graphics. Worst game ever.
Making a stupid comparison. In today's economy, I don't think Elden Ring seems like a big enough improvement over past games, especially when other devs are clearly putting in more effort. Like, they go through the effort to put together these, like, comparison videos.
Bro, like, what? This is so much effort to, like, get a little recording of a kind of dragon with another dragon.
That don't make any point. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it reuses some animations...
Bro, these guys that are arguing this shit, they're like trying to find this one end-all be-all game and just putting it on a pedestal and just trying to suck the dick of this game so much. This is ridiculous.
Fine. Just a reminder, Xbox's flagship title and $500 million budget can't beat PlayStation's new IP and Metacritic score. This is sad. Halo Infinite versus Ghost of Tsushima. And I like how it's always the critic scores that they look at and talk about. And like the
Yeah, because the critic scores aren't biased at all in any way, shape, or form ever. Everybody knows that. And the user scores are made by one single cell, brain cell human beings.
The critic awards and everything, which is like, yeah, that's part of it. But how come you don't show like user scores? Those are always kind of conveniently cropped out. I think user scores are a much better indication of if a game is actually good or not.
Yeah, because critic scores are a score based off of a critic review is going to be not a really good measure of whether or not a game is good. And in this little screen that you can see, Battlefield 2042 critic score, yellow, user score, red circle. Okay. Well, there wasn't really helping anything Battlefield 2042 in the first place. They kind of just fucked themselves over. Even the critics that were paid off couldn't even help it that much. Like, it's almost a 7. But anyway, critics can be bought. Critics can be biased. And critics are incentivized to get their review out first and foremost to get the clicks and the views. So, with that in mind, they're going to play the game as fast as possible for the least amount of time on the easiest difficulty. And that's what happens most of the time. A much smarter way, or a much not really smarter, but a much more thorough way of reviewing a game is to probably play the game for the intended amount of game time. Like, play the entire story from beginning to end. Play some of the side quests. Okay, play it maybe on the normal difficulty, or maybe even a difficulty like 1-up or something. Like, don't do this like very rushed, easy mode, you know, lowest common denominator type of review. This is not good.
Because companies will just fucking, oh yeah, Call of Duty Vanguard 7, 8 out of 10, and just like move on with their lives. Some critics don't know games like regular people do. Metro wishes that it played as seamlessly and fluid as The Last of Us 2, and not the PS2 era janky trash it is. You see, this is why people hate The Last of Us 2. You know, after finishing Mein Kampf, it made me realize just how much better The Last of Us 2's writing is. Like, you guys can do it too. Like, post a meme down below. Compare anything to The Last of Us 2, and it'll be funny. The Last of Us 2 is unique in that it's the only game I've seen whose entire fan...
Last of Us 2 is better than...
base on here talks and acts like K-pop fans. Exactly. Like, you guys, on the real, you guys are doing more harm than good to the perception of The Last of Us 2. Like, I haven't played the game yet. I literally have nothing bad to say about it because I haven't experienced it for myself.
Yeah, me neither.
I think the memes are funny. I hear what people have to say, but I'm not jumping to my own conclusion. Look, I'm not burning or dying. I have a sealed copy of The Last of Us 2. But you guys are so obnoxious and annoying because you're poking the hornet's nest of every other fan base out there, and it just, you make people hate The Last of Us 2 more than The Last of Us.
See, I actually had no idea that this was a thing with that game. Like, is this like supposed to be the flagship game of PS5 or whatever? That's fine if it is, but if there's like that much like controversy over it, it seems kind of off-putting.
2 makes people hate The Last of Us 2. It's just, it kind of comes down to this liking one thing and hating everything else and making that your only distinguishable personality trait.
The reason that's stupid is because you purposely cut off any sort of experiences that you could have with any other games just for the sake of, I want to be on the blue side or I want to be on the green side. You purposely cut yourself off from any good experiences that the other side has to offer. And that's sad.
It just makes you a boring fucking person.
Yeah.
None of the vegetation in Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart reacts to you. This is partly why Insomniac are B grade and can't make Game of the Years.
Bro, what? Like, that's the last thing I'm thinking about if I'm playing a Ratchet & Clank game. Like, when I played Ratchet & Clank back in the day, it was just about the gameplay. It was just a good, fun game, a good story, and that was it. I was a little kid when I did it, like 11, 12, 13, something like that. And I like the Ratchet & Clank games. The fact that someone can literally cherry pick a thing so minuscule and so stupid as plant interaction with the character, and to be like, oh, the game's unplayable, the plants don't interact when I touch them. It's I can't believe how people think like this.
Because of the plants, dude. This is the plant guy. This is the guy that was complaining about that you could walk into a
Where's
plant.
Blue Circle
Halo
guy?
Infinite.
Where's the blue circle? Wait, bring Blue Circle guy back.
And now he's doing the same with Ratchet and Clank. He's turning against his herd, man. This is unreal. And he's doing the same with Infinite. Like, are you a botanist? Is this your job? Like, what a claim to fame. I'm the guy who makes fun of plants in video games. Bro.
What? Let me see. Okay, as you can see, with multiple feet of each other, there are multiple different types of trees. So please tell me why Halo Infinite features the same exact tree copied and pasted all around the map. Oh, so this that's a tree? That's a tree? Oh, this person went out of their way to take a picture of like their backyard or some shit and be like, oh, look at the different types of trees in my backyard. Oh, great. And then they are such a fanboy and such a, I guess, a Sony pony that they decided to shit on Halo Infinite and just be like, oh, they took the same tree and just made it bigger and smaller and then just copy pasted everything around. To be fair, I didn't even really know that these are all different trees. I just see tree and I'm like, okay, that's a tree. The same thing can be said about Halo. I'm just like, okay, that's a tree. Okay. Like this is hilarious to me.
Bro, right now I'm outside. Homie is outside taking pictures of trees and like running back to his computer like,
yeah,
this doesn't add up. This doesn't add up.
Why does real life why do I have 10 sets of different trees in my backyard, but Halo Infinite can't even be bothered to put in more than one type of tree all around their map? Oh my god, unplayable. Horrible peach fuzz graphics.
In Halo Infinite. Touch grass. Go outside.
Go touch some peach fuzz.
Stay outside. Get off Twitter. You know, I guess there's a market for everything these days, you know. Like, the console war is still well and alive, but it's kind of kept on life support by these people who haven't moved on. Like, entire YouTube channels are dedicated to covering the console wars. Isn't that just astounding? Like, this is the type of shit talk that I love. Right here.
Let me see.
What else they bullshit us about? There ain't no fucking herd of Bambis drinking Arrowhead water in front of me.
What?
There ain't no campfires with fire embers and shit and thunderstorms. There ain't no goddamn hieroglyphics nowhere in the game. There ain't no walkie-talkies getting knocked over from the weight of a rhino.
What?
There ain't no motherfucking footprints in this motherfucker either, my nigga. What the fuck? There ain't no rhinos smoking blunts.
Like, it's creative, it's funny, you know, it's playful. It's not serious. And let's be real, folks. Xbox won the war ages ago in this historic moment.
Oh, did it? Oh my god, I have never seen this. This is the funniest shit. Oh, it's a staged. It's staged.
PlayStation fanboys just never lived it down. In conclusion, it's okay to like video games. It's okay to like The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
It's okay to like games that other people don't like. I just hope that my fans especially, that we're able to talk about that in a way that's not just...
Yeah, it's entirely okay to like Diablo 4, alright? It's completely fine.
Like, well, everything this video was about. I've never compared Halo Infinite to The Last of Us because there's nothing to compare. You know, I'm not sitting here twiddling my thumbs, you know, licking my lips, waiting for the day that PlayStation crumbles. No.
Yeah, bro, honestly, the day that one side crumbles is the day that gaming dies, to be honest.
That's Activision. That's Activision.
Oh yeah, that's been happening. All right, this has been a slow, withering death.
Activision Blizzard. Let's focus on the real bad shit in the games industry and call that out instead. In conclusion,
true.
Fanboyism is cringe, and console fanboys are cringe. Toxic console fanboys are cringe. So
just to be clear, it's the toxic side, all right? The seriously radical side, all right? If you're like a casual, you could be like a casual fan and just like some shit on one side or the other. We're not saying like that's bad, but it's the radical crazy shit.
Well, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to the Act Man for more console war drama. Jim Ryan said what? You won't believe this. That's all I got for today. This is the Act Man signing out. Peace.
Woo. Good shit, Act Man. I am late to the party on this one. A year old? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Just literally stop buying consoles and just invest in a PC. You'll be happier, all right? So that's all I gotta say. Take it easy, guys, all right? I'll catch you on the next one. Later.